Hey y'all, Brandon Rinas here. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Just going to go over another weekly review of what's going on in my world when it comes to trying to become successful and wealthy. I'm going to just start off by saying writing goals. This has been something, in fact, I just wrote my first goals for the first time today. And this seems to be really important for a lot of people who recommend how to become successful. And a lot of us, we just put it in our heads and that's all I need to do. But apparently it really helps to write it down and to look at it and to meditate on it. When I say meditate, I'm not a big, cross your legs and do all the proper, whatever you want to call it, positions while humming Kumbaya. But I'm talking more of you want to focus on that. So one of the things I was listening to a gentleman named Bob Proctor, and he was talking about how if you're focused on your debt, well, you're going to continue to stay in debt. But if you're focused on making $100 million or $1 million or $1,000, whatever it is, your brain is going to be focused on how do I do that? How do I make that happen? How do I sleep like that? How do you make your brain work on that? And so that's something I've been focused on. That's one of the reasons I actually just made this card right before I did the video. Is it's something I'm going to try to put it somewhere. I think I'm going to tape it to my computer. So that way every time I'm waking up in the morning, I look on it. Every time we're going to watch a video, I'm going to see it every single day. And I want to hopefully see that 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. And I've already noticed this to be the case to a degree. One of the goals I had in my own mind was that I wanted to be worth $100 million minimum. That was like my number. And so it's like, okay, well, in order to get there, what do I have to do? And now all of a sudden my brain every night, and I shouldn't say every night, but most of the nights now, it's literally working on those type of goals instead of thinking about a UFC fight or, whatever else was on my mind in my typical dreaming or whatever else you would want to call it. So these are just a few things that have been little steps I've been trying to take in the right direction. I have to say this week has been overwhelmingly powerful. I have not had any massive successes when it comes to like, oh, I bought this company or oh, I found this opportunity of a lifetime. But I had a day. So first of all, I read and listen to YouTube videos / books practically 8 to 12 hours a day while I'm working. And so I have the pleasure of doing that. And I listen to Think and Grow Rich. Okay, that is one of the most powerful books you can ever read. I have read it already once. I'm going to be reading it again this week while I'm working. That is one of my goals this week. It is that good. It is, I believe, the best book I have ever read on finances, how to become successful. It's a gentleman who interviewed the 500 richest people in the world at his time. And he wrote it into a book. Just phenomenal. So as I listened to that entire thing and I listened to the very end, my brain is overwhelmed with how much info is in it, how much just new knowledge there is. And I apologize for moving all the time. We played soccer and ultimate frisbee for 3-4 hours today. My legs are shot, so I'm like trying to stretch them, and they're cramping. It's no fun. But anyway, I'm sorry, I apologize. Long story short, it was just a powerful, powerful, powerful video. And then as I'm going through that all, somebody recommends me a video that's called Bob Proctor, The Science of Getting Rich. It's on YouTube. Highly, 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 highly recommend it. I have now listened to it 5 times in 4 days. It's 2 hours. It's that good. So, and when I say these things, I understand that some of us are going to have different perspectives. So for me, my weaknesses oftentimes are my emotional state. I've never been very good at tuning in my emotional side, my subconscious. I'm not very much that way. And so when I have books that point this out very clearly and point out very crystal clear, hey, this is where your weaknesses are, I can now address them. So maybe these won't be the best for you, but I guarantee you're going to be able to find excellent information from these. And then Think and Grow Rich. If you can't learn from that book, I don't know what can teach you. I don't know what can help you. I mean, the man has talked to some of the most successful people in the history of the world and picked their brains. And he did the whole entire research for one of them, trying to help people. That's our stepping stone. That's our opportunity to learn and to figure out what wise people do, how they do it. So that's one of the things I've been doing. Another thing I've done is I have a mentorship program / book club. I am part of Tai Lopez's book club, and I get 2 books every single month from him. Now, this is not a sales pitch. I am part of it. I recommend it. I do not make any money for suggesting this, but I will say he does a far better job with his book club than any other book club I've ever heard of, and that was one of the reasons I signed up for it. So if you don't have time, let's say, to read through 2 books every single month, you're still going to get them. You still are going to have 2 different cheat sheets that's going to have you be able to go through each and every main point that they had in that book. And you can figure out how to apply that to your life. You have questions that you write in. Okay, well, I need to take more responsibility. What was the last thing that I didn't take responsibility for? And you get to write that in. Okay, what's the best way to fix that, and next time take responsibility for that, and you get to write that in there. And to me, that's the best way to learn. It's applying it. Even if we read the book, even if we watch a video, even if we listen to a book, if we're not applying it, if we're not writing it down, if we're not going, how does this work for me? Oftentimes it goes over our head. And I know for me, this has been one of my issues in a lot of ways when it comes to, I take in so much information that I'm not able to always focus on one thing or able to master any one thing. And part of that, I think, is because I don't have a completely clear focus on my goals. Or when I say my goals, I know I want to be successful. I know I want to work for myself. I know I want to have so much money I couldn't spend it if I wanted to. Okay, those are goals I have. But I don't know, like, for example, some people are super big into real estate, super awesome investors, or they're super good at something else. Okay, those aren't my strengths. Like, my insane passion that I absolutely love, that I can't get enough of, that I can think of out of all my passions. Sports, like adrenaline sports, not very easy to make money off that. And politics, which you'd have to be a crook in order to be a politician that makes good money. Those are my issues. I'm not a crook. I don't want to be a crook. I would love to be a politician that can help people without being a crook, and that's going to require making money. So when I'm learning things, my wife and I were going to a real estate education seminar for 3 days here coming up this next weekend. And so we're going to be going there, and I'm going to be learning about that. But real estate is not my passion. It's not I can't wait to get up and do real estate. But I'm trying to learn enough about it to be able to spot a deal when I see one, to be able to learn how to network and understand and communicate, and to be able to jump on the opportunity. And as I dig into it, maybe it will become a passion of mine. I like the stock market. I get up, I enjoy it to a degree. I still don't like getting up at 5:30 in the morning, but I do the stock market. I have quite a bit of success, but it's not something I wake up passionate about. And if you have something that you can make a ton of money at and be passionate about it, awesome. I just haven't found that for myself yet. And so therefore, I am constantly applying different books, different styles, different authors, trying to overflow my brain with different opportunities. And that's just where I'm at. I'm not here to, when I talk about what's working for me, it may not work for you, but hopefully you can learn from the mistakes I'm making. So if I had to say my biggest struggle right now, it would be that I am sometimes overflowing my mind with too much information, but not able to apply enough of it. And so lately I've been focusing more on what I do like something. I listen to it over and over and over again and try to figure out how I can apply that for myself. And so that's what I've been doing. So I guess I'm going to try to start leaving questions in these videos. And as you listen to this, I just want you to do the same thing. Tell me in the comments, tell me, what is it that you're struggling with the most? Is it getting started? Is it finishing? Is it, biting the bullet and making a decision? What is your weaknesses? And this isn't to bash on each other. We all have weaknesses. It's to help build each other up. And maybe, hopefully, as this channel will grow in this way, or down the road, maybe I'll be the successful person I'm planning on being. And I can help people, and I can mentorship people in that way. And I can say, hey, when I had that struggle, this is what I did. I took care of my indecision by doing ... or vice versa. One of the gentlemen pointed out that he had trouble staying organized, and so I tried to address that in a video. And so that's all I'm trying to do. These videos are completely free, just for people to be able to, say, I need a circle of people that are trying to get better. And I don't, maybe you're in the same boat I'm at. You're like, I want to get better. I want to surround myself with better people, and I don't know how. That's kind of the boat I'm in. I don't have a huge circle of friends. I don't have like multimillionaires that I can just go up to and start becoming tight with. But I like that. But just even a start in that direction is talking to people that are trying to get better. Not saying it, but living it. And that's the goal. That's all I got, guys. It's Brandon signing out. Leave a comment. Tell me what's going on in your world. Talk about your struggle or talk about your solution. Truly appreciate it, guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.